We are finally in a crypto bull market. And I think more so every single day, the average Joe is starting to notice that the gains we are seeing here are just crazy. For all my XRP supporters, hopefully finally you also had a pretty good day, as the XRP price went up roughly 11%, I think, over the span of a little over a day, which is the first time in a very long while we finally got some positive attention to XRP again, going from 53 cents to roughly 60 cents, as you can see right here, in just some hours. Now, obviously, and I'm very realistic with this here, this is not too amazing, it's not too crazy, but knowing what's going on in the background right now, I think it's actually a pretty good ordeal. And what I'm talking about is that a lot of people in the community are talking about this. Ripple was slammed with a fresh lawsuit over XRP sales. People like to make fun about articles like this. Point being, there are people trying to sue every single crypto company, or I'd say fintech as well, for a various amount of reasons. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. XRP is not a security. All that matters. And like I said in my yesterday's video, and I like that it happens a day after I talk about it. Yesterday I told you guys already, once XRP goes, it'll probably go really quick. It'll probably go really crazy as far as I'm concerned. All we need to wait for is that spark, that initial wave of excitement. And I suppose myself that it's going to happen once XRP crosses $1. Because then I think $2 is pretty quick and it can kind of get the ball rolling from there, just like how Ethereum did and just like how a lot of other altcoins are doing. But to reiterate, most altcoins still are down a lot. If you bought altcoins a year or 2 or 3 ago, you'd still be down a ton. Whereas if you bought Bitcoin, or perhaps even Ethereum actually, you'd be up a lot, but for most altcoins, you'd be down a ton. And so all I'll say about it is, the market's just getting started. You'll see some flushes, but we're still in some of the beginning phases. We've got some news though, we've got some interesting parts. Let me quickly show them to you. So first of all, the stock to flow model is back. 55,000 stock to flow is back like clockwork. Now let's break the model to the upside because, well, if we take a look at the history, we were trading below it for a good while, but right now we're hoping to basically go above the trend. And I want you guys to realize that right now we are still ahead of the curve. The crazy rally, the crazy bull run is starting, but it's not at peak levels at all, if you were to ask me. Similarly, the ETFs are barely getting started and they're already record breaking, but the numbers are still pretty low in comparison to where they're going to be at over the next few months, if you were to ask me. A couple other interesting parts. First of all, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy Bitcoin investment is now at a $4.6 billion unrealized profit. I want you guys to realize that in Dutch, I know it. I don't know how you say it in English. It's like the person who holds on wins at the end is the simple way to say it. I don't know in English. And it comes down to the idea that if you wait long enough, you commit to something and you understand the ins and outs, all you need is some patience and you'll be fine. Most people I speak to, they're like, Dusty, my XRP hasn't gone up, so I'm panicking. I'm done. This is never going to happen. And I think, well, give it some time. Give it another few months. If it doesn't happen this run, honest truth to the floor, I'm done. If it doesn't go past $1 or something this run, I'm done. Then it's just it. But I can't see a world where that happens. Can't fathom it. But I just wanted you guys to understand that you have to give it some time. And if you just buy your way down lower, it's always hard to lose. Anyway, this one I bookmarked because I thought it was kind of funny. Justin Sun said his personal HTX, his personal Huobi account, has $1.6 billion in it. Just thought that was kind of funny. Apparently, the White House just said Bitcoin mining put significant strains on the power grid, Fox Business reports. And apparently, JP Morgan says, we see the higher cryptocurrency prices not only sustaining, but improving. I will reiterate again that indeed, every single cycle, the baseline improves. A lot of people don't understand that whatever we saw previous time, 69,000, all the excitement that came with it, right now, if Bitcoin were to go to 69,000, I wouldn't really be as happy. I'd be like, oh, nice. But where's it headed next? Right? And that's the funny thing with a lot of these altcoins as well, that a lot of people would be happy once they're at all-time highs, but even me, I'm not that satisfied. I want to see coins give me that SOLANA performance where I wake up and it's times 600 or whatever. And it won't happen for most coins, but I'm also happy with coins like 𝗏𝗏. Let me bring it back up again here real quick, if I can. There we go. That you wake up and it's like 5x or so. I think a couple days ago it was at a 6x, but hey, You see, that's the main reason you don't just buy one coin, you buy multiple. If I had only held 𝗘𝗀, I might not be feeling nice today because the price is down so much. But I think with the news that these guys have got, it's just worth buying every single dip for a little while. I don't think these guys can do bad over a prolonged period of time. Again, my own 2 cents. And also, a little bit earlier, meme coins were going absolutely crazy. 𝗕𝗘𝗪 was up like 75%. BONK was doing amazing. SHIB, DOGE, everything was doing amazing. And that's really, realistically, what brings retail back to your market. The moment that retail gets really excited is when memes take off, because that's a lot easier for people to understand. I often talk and philosophize about what are the best areas to invest into. AI, gaming, perhaps memes, because you kind of got to consider, what does a person that knows nothing about crypto understand? What investment thesis makes sense? One of them that makes a lot of sense is, it's a joke and it looks so funny. It's a dog. It makes a lot of sense to be like, you know what? It's kind of a funny dog. It's getting a lot of attention and it could do 1,000x overnight. I want that. That's how a lot of people think about it, obviously. With gaming, a lot of people know about gaming, so the coins make sense. With AI is so hot, so the coins make sense. But out of all of those areas, if a very, very popular game were to get into crypto, I think that could bring a ton of people. But for the most part, I think with memes, people notice that they're popping off because it gets posted everywhere on all the socials and all the TikToks and things like that. And based on that, they start investing as well. And when your friends at work start all of a sudden talking about that new dog coin that they bought, you know, you potentially want to start selling some, but I don't think it's there just quite yet. If we look at the Google Trends, realistically speaking, the numbers have not gone up that much for how to buy crypto, how to buy meme coins, all those search terms. They will go up over the next few months though, especially as Bitcoin crosses its all-time high and it gets all across the news everywhere again. And yeah, I've got a couple of videos still planned here that I've actually 2 of which I've already recorded and a couple which are still out on the pipeline, but I will humbly request you guys again, let me know down below, what would you like a video on right now? Just let me know down below once and for all. I will look through every single comment. Whatever you write, it will be seen. I might not reply if there's too many, but I will check every single comment so I at least know what is still most necessary to talk about in that sense. A lot of you guys said, Dusty, XRP, what's your plan? Guys, I tell you again, if it ain't pumping like a maniac, I don't want to hear about it. Like, I look at my XRP coins sometimes on a ledger. Sometimes I check the status and be like, hey, how has it fared? And it really hasn't gone up much in a long time. But if it's not up like 1,000% or so, I kind of just don't care yet. I'll be able to hold on to it for a year or something. If it doesn't make a move in that time span, I'll be surprised. I think the moment that most people give up is when it will really pop off the most. That kind of is the way for a lot of these coins out there. As I said before, guys, I have a very, very long-term crypto strategy, specifically for the next, I'd say 12 or so months or so. I just need every single one of my coins to pop off. And if they don't, if I feel some bad vibes, I'm getting rid of it. But for XRP, I feel as if they have some retribution. They have some relief rally coming up, and all it takes is one big spike, which is why I can't sell a single coin, because I know the moment that I do, it's going to absolutely pop off. But what I am doing though, is I'm not really buying that much more XRP. Honest truth, right? I'm always open with you because I'd prefer to go for newer, different opportunities rather than adding to an old altcoin. I prefer to buy new altcoins and new crazy hyped up things because they'll just move faster. What if I have to wait 3 months for XRP to move? I prefer to sometimes go for something that can go tomorrow or in a week from now. And yes, perhaps if I put that money into XRP, it would have been better as well. Could be, but I don't care. I have enough XRP for like 7 lifetimes. Then again, following logic, it shouldn't be too long. I look at the comments and see people saying, Dusty, it's going to go to 0.000. Don't care, don't know why people hate it so much. Well, I kind of do know because it's been taking a long ass freaking time. And specifically for that reason, I think the moment that something does happen, it has to be severe. And that keeps me going, keeps me pumped up, keeps me excited. And I think the moment that it happens, it will break the freaking crypto Twitter. It will break the crypto internet. And as I said before, I'm going to be hosting a very, very nice party. I think this bull run, there's going to be a lot of cool things I'll be hosting regardless. I think I told you guys before, right? I want to fly 5 of you guys, maybe 4, maybe 7. Who gives a crap? Depends on how loud the people are that I invite. And teach you guys all I know about the investing landscape, perhaps about trading. And personally, for me, it doesn't matter too much when I do it, but I think it makes the most sense to do it when the market's really excited. And I also have to think about a little competition for you guys to do to see who earns this reward. I don't want it to be just a poll of sorts or a like and subscribe to enter. I want it to be a little bit more personal so that people can come who really really want it, not just people who want a free vacation. But what perhaps could also be nice is that we do it partially. For some people, a fully paid off trip. But then on the opposite side, we also host something that anybody that wants to can join for 1 or 2 days or so, maybe 3 days. But I just ended off by saying a lot of cool things are coming. Give it some time. If you're feeling really bad about missing out on gains in the market, guys, buy more coins is all I'll say. Diversification is key in a time like this, and give it some time. Don't think you need all the gains today or tomorrow. You've got time. You've got time. I think over the next few weeks and months, a lot of the gains will show themselves that have still been hidden. Remember, we're not at peak seasons just quite yet. Like, this peak season is starting, and many of the old coins like VeChain, XRP, etc., I think will still pop off. We just need to give it some time, and that's about it.